Player question, where have you been? Missed your streams? I have been away from Smite. I've just been doing everything that's not Smite. This is the longest break that we're gonna have for the whole entire year, so. Is Haddix's choice to leave? He talked about it a little bit on his stream. But it was just a. I mean, he just said once he lost the Warriors that that he was left or wanted to leave or whatever. But that's just his mindset, and we had some a pretty shit scenario that happened for us going into this. What is it? Summer Masters? Not trying to excuse why we lost or whatever, but it was fucking terrible, the situation that we get put in. So it is what it is. Oh, you can look it up calmly. Just look up how to have two separate VOD tracks on Twitch. How'd you all get Baskin to join? That was just good timing. Good timing, and we have our goat mask coach. Put it in some work there. Made that happen. Does Baskin gel with the Bolts dynamic? Bolts in game and IRL? I mean, I've teamed with Baskin before on Splice. And honestly, I thought he was a really good teammate. It was fun to me to have him on the team. And yeah, no, I mean, he's matured a lot as well when we were talking to him and stuff like that. He seemed like he was pretty excited to get back to it in gaming and stuff like that. What was the timeline after the York Core drop to now? Okay, I'm gonna have to answer these a little faster. So the timeline after the York Core drop. So York Core got dropped, and last night we were just like vibing in the kitchen, and Hax just came down and said that he decided to join Leviathans. Like, okay, that's fine. You do you, whatever you think is the best for you and your career or whatever moving forward, and you should just do it. And then that night, we just had a group up. We talked to York, see where his head was at and everything like that. We didn't like. Oh, I guess we did end up giving him the offer, but he ended up wanting to go to Scarabs. He seemed like he wanted to role swap, which is good for some players. I think he enjoys role swapping and stuff like that. Like, I think he performed really well in ADC, and I guarantee he's gonna perform really good in support. Both frontlining roles, solo to support. So I'm guessing he's gonna have a lot of fun, and that's good for some players to be able to do that and stuff like that. And then yeah, we just had to look for, obviously with York gone from solo, we had to look for like different options and stuff like that. And yeah, it trickled down, and yeah, then we got Baskin yesterday. I did enjoy the break. I miss auto attacks, but I don't know if I'm done with my break yet. I missed the Smite comp scene, but only been following for a year and a half. Can you do a quick rundown of Bastin's career? Let's see. Did he join season 2? He joined season 2 Cloud9, right? Which was the world champion team in season 1. Cognitive, if you've heard of them, Izzo. And then he's just and then yeah, so season 2 he went on Cloud9 through the whole year. And then they lost it in semis versus Epsilon. And basically he's just a very good mechanical player, and he, I mean, has his own theory of the game and a different style that could help us out a lot. So yeah, I know it's a short rundown, but basically he's always been on top teams. He's always performed really well. His like worst performance, quote unquote, when he was on E United, but that was, I don't think, his fault. So, do you think that you'll have a better chance without him? I think whatever we decide to do is going to be a gamble without Haddix anyway. So yeah. What was the situation you were put in? I'm not gonna say anything about that. That is loud as fuck. Holy moly. I don't even know where that is. But we're gonna have to deal with it. Thank you. Crack it. Great. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. So much stuff. Yeah, the situation, I'm just not gonna go on it. It's just a shit situation. It is what it is. Maybe we'll talk about it sometime, but yeah. Has Baskin playing a good while away, or is he trying to get back into the swing of things? He's pretty much just trying to get back into the swing of things. He's a long time to do it, Sam. You and Barrow, the only previous Baskin boys, and Mask as well, yeah. Mask as well. Can we ask what the bad situation was? Yeah. It's just a situation based. It's just a last minute thing. Something happened last minute, 30 seconds before we were supposed to leave the studio, and just created some external problems that you shouldn't have on game day. But it is what it is. No, there's no hard feelings. I love Haddix and I wish him the best. And if this is where he thinks he needs to be for success and stuff like that, then that's where he needs to go. Ash just drops the bomb in the kitchen. I mean, we were expecting something was going to happen. But, I mean, we're close, so it doesn't really matter. Like, we would rather just be told up front, like he told us instantly, and I respect him for telling us instantly. I think that's important for, like, team dynamic and stuff like that. And, I mean, we're still boys with him and stuff like that, so no hard feelings. Do we consider Deathwalker at all? A little bit. We talked to him on Discord, but we never, like, properly invited him. We just asked him where his head was at, if he was interested in playing, and stuff like that. It's always been my favorite team because of Roar, and I always liked you as a player, but Baskin on the squad now, he's my favorite player. I can't believe I might be a Bolts fan now. Yeah. Yeah, it should be interesting. We'll see how he goes. He's got some catching up to do. He's a couple of characters behind. But I'm sure he'll be fine. He has a good environment to learn stuff, so Haddix and Zap are on the same team. Who are pro teams gonna camp? Jeez. What does that mean? How's last dude? He's doing alright. It was a bit stressful, like, after the event and stuff like that. It was a shitty scenario, but it is what it is. Has Baskin been playing much? No. But he'll be able to catch up fine. Baskin was one of your favorite players to watch in the history game? Hell yeah. Does Baskin get a jumpsuit? I don't think we're gonna be doing the jumpsuit thing. You guys have a good squad. Enjoy watching your games. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, we'll it'll be some cooking. It'll take some time, I'm sure. That is loud, man. I gotta fix that. Yeah, that's gotta get fixed. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'll fix that. I'm sorry, chat. I don't know where to fix that. That's not good. Well, thank you, CIJ, for the 21 months, by the way. I appreciate that much for myself. Yeah, it might take some time, but sure we'll be chilling, if it even takes time. Haddix is one of the best players in the league, period. Losing him hurts, but Baskin definitely shouldn't be considered a huge downgrade. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care what people think. I think it's just going to be an interesting thing and see how he does. Yes, we considered your core. I don't know if I can answer that, Taggy. I'm sorry. Sure, things we have found. Yeah, I mean, still good friends with Haddix and stuff like that. I think it is what it is. I don't have hard feelings. I think it's good that he makes the right choice for himself or whatever he thinks that is the best for him. I think it's just good to have the drive when you're a competitive player no matter what, so. I'll first talk about thoughts on the flat pen buffs and bauble changes. Significant. Bauble changes is kind of interesting. 50% CDR. I don't know if it's worth 2,700 gold. And I don't know what the flat pen buffs are, I'll be honest. Baskin Manning mid for a while before he retired from Smite 2, right? Nah, he played solo on the United. Maybe he went to mid in SCC, I don't really know, I'll be honest. Good morning, Nox. Tell Azra we love him, I will. Did it take much to convincing to get Baskin back to go back into solo? No, I think he just hasn't played in a while, right? Like, he hasn't played the game in a while, so he doesn't really care. You don't hear the sub notification at all. That's great. Because it couldn't be any louder for me. I guess all my audio stuff got bugged or something. I don't know why. Huh. We'll figure it out. I'm doing good, Joel. Thank you for asking. Baskin been moving and playing in studio. I don't know if I can answer that, Hippie. Sorry. Maybe I can. I don't know. Is it awkward seeing Haddix at the house now, or is it fine still? Yeah, it's not awkward. I don't care. We're still friends. Am I excited to play in a new environment like Arlington? Yeah, I think it's actually really nice that we get to go out of the state. I think that's awesome. I'm excited for Worlds for sure. Here I'll just go over it in order here. So we lost the Warriors on Friday. We heard the news that I think York got dropped on Saturday. Then Haddix got invited by Leviathans. He accepted the offer. He came down and told us that Saturday. We grouped up and talked about like what our options are and like what we want to do, yada yada yada. Then we laid out all of the options. We asked York. York didn't want to join. He ended up swapping roles and going to Scarabs. So then we laid out our options again on like Tuesday. What day is today? Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday? Surely Tuesday. And then yeah, Tuesday. Then I went to. We just like had our options. We reached out to Deathwalker on Monday just to see where he's at, or if he's interested in playing comp at all. We didn't like fully invite him. We just asked him if he's interested or not, and we still had other people in mind. Then yeah, then we just talked about basket on Tuesday, and then yeah, went from there. Just waited on Big B to see if he wanted to play or not. And then we locked him in yesterday. He was like locked in officially. And yeah. Baskin will be here for week 1. And he'll be here for all playoffs and stuff like that in Worlds. And we're thinking about doing a boot camp, maybe in Texas as well. I'll have to talk to the boys about that, but I think we might want to do a boot camp. Can you explain the different tournaments? Like what comes first and how winning them impacts the roster in future tournaments? I mean, winning or losing a tournament up until... I mean, obviously losing any tournament sucks major cock. It does. I mean, I hate losing tournaments like that. It's not very fun, um, especially from external stuff. But um, yeah, I just think yeah, it doesn't necessarily. I think it just depends on like how you're losing. I mean, it sucks to lose any tournament. Obviously, once you lose Worlds, that's when it actually is impactful. Um, Once you lose Worlds and stuff like that's when it's like kind of impacts the team and dynamic and stuff like that. It just depends on like what people think of the problem and like how close people are and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Yeah. Is there an age restriction to play in the league? I do believe so. I do believe you have to be 18. Yes, Livid, they did. There was 2 SEC soul laners that we were looking at. What's up, Apple Toast? Did we reach out to Scary D? We did not. But I mean, they kind of fixed their roster before we were done. So, we might do something. CAJ, we have a couple ideas. Finally get your setup done today. Oh, nice. Maybe some pictures. Do not believe basketball will be in the yellow jumpsuit. What gods do you recommend starting off with? Well, okay, here, I'll answer that question. Keep that question. Is there any more roster stuff? Or can I hit the Q button? Any more roster stuff? Baskin brings a different style to the team. Can you elaborate on that? I mean, he just has a different mindset. Look, Chris, no. He has a different mindset in the game. That I think is something that we are missing. Also, last time I played with Baskin, we saw eye to eye on a lot of stuff. And it just helps me like play confidence when I don't know. Last time I played with Baskin, it was like really really nice, and I enjoyed it a shit ton. To be fair, it was Baskin Man Aurora that made a Pogger's pet. Why do you choose Baskin over the other options? This late in the Relancer is this late into the season. It's very hard to trust, quote unquote, someone with the inexperience. Also, very hard to make someone do commitments for a 3-month period of time. But we were in very heavy consideration of 2 SCC Soul Laners. But Baskin just has previous experience. We know what he can bring to a team and stuff like that. So we just have more faith in that. Everything is just kind of... I mean, everything, like, when you're this late into the season, I mean, anything can just go bad. So... I mean, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. I don't think it will happen with Baskin. I think, I mean, he's just got to learn the game. But, I mean, he's not that far off. He's played the game for fucking years and years. So, yes, Mizaka, I do think so. I think Baskin is just very gifted mechanically. Oh my god. My audio is fucked. What is going on? Why was that so loud? SCC does your true nemesis? Or just people looking at. Which team has you played with Baskin? Splice. Spring Split. We went 0-3 to 12-3. And then lost Our only losses were in finals versus Renegades. And we lost. I cannot name the solo winners. Sorry. Just know that the SEC solo winners were being looked at. Alright, is that it? Do you guys think the roster changes an improvement? I mean, I guess we're gonna figure out, aren't we? Yeah, we're cool with Alex. He's still a brother to us. Love that guy. Alright, I haven't played the game in a week, so I'm just gonna play something like Giga, something heavy mechanics or something. After you know, boys are back together, yeah.
Who do I need to kill?
But yeah, that's it, I believe. Alright. Well, it was good talking. I mean, if you guys have any more questions, I'll try to answer the questions like through the game and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it from my end then. Alright.